Join Cleverly Changing and visit the Spy Museum. please take a few minutes to learn more about the youth programs at the museum.
The museum itself is very, very attractive to families with young children. The topic itself doesn't always lend itself, it depends on what you're going to talk about. As the youth program director, the way I approach our topic is through the skills that spies need to do their job. Because these are the kinds of skills that we really want all of our young people to have when you think about it, okay? Observation, analysis, problem solving, how to work well within a team, communication, both verbal and written. These are the kinds of skills that we want all of our young people to have. Now, the skills that they have that are spy-like when they come include hiding, lying, but we try to channel these things for good, not evil. Several opportunities for families to enjoy the interactives together, and that's really our goal. And we've really improved that over the years. The exhibit on the first floor, which is the second exhibit you go to, is dedicated to the villains of James Bond movies. And there's a lot of physicality in those movies, and we know that families, especially with younger children, like that kinetic experience. And so we captured the kinetic experience of Bond that you see on film, where you go, I wonder if I could jump from rooftop to rooftop. Or I'm glad he's doing it, not me. And it's fun to watch. We've tried to capture that in some of our interactives, where you get to hang off like the edge of a building and see how long you can hang there. And then we're particularly evil here, where we then spin the bar and find the
Oh, wow.
And then we have a countdown clock to see how long you do it. And what's really fun for me when I watch that interactive is that it engages the entire family, and you, if you're the one doing it, you become part of our exhibit, because everyone loves to watch their parent or even someone who don't know challenge themselves physically. One of the most popular interactives we always have here since the beginning is our duct crawl on the third floor, where you crawl up into an air duct and get to spy on people below.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It sounds so simple, right? Because we all remember what it was like when we were kids and we made a refrigerator box into a hideout, right? We would make our little spy holes into the cardboard and peer out. Well, it's a very simple concept: hiding and sneaking and watching people and they don't know you're there. So what we see is parents standing below, watching through the little air duct window and watching their kid go through. The kid comes down, they run across again, they do it again, and they do it over and over. So when we went downstairs to the Bond exhibit, we also created another hiding type interactive called Spy versus Spy. But in that one, we have a counterintelligence mission where you as the parent can actually mess with your kids while they're in the tunnel, which we really want to provide those kinds of opportunities for parents as well. And then an atomic countdown type activity where people have to neutralize an atomic bomb in a certain amount of time. And it's based on the game Operation, where you have to put your little tweezers in and get the organ out without touching the edges. So when I was thinking about that interactive, I was thinking about something I saw in one of the Bond films where he had to pull the core of a nuclear missile out and it couldn't touch the sides. And in the movie, they say, well, have you ever done this before? And Bond says, no, but there's a first time for everything. And he calmly and coolly removes the core from the weapon, and so we thought, well, of course you should try that. So those interactives are there. There's a lot of the museum. Additionally, we want to help parents enjoy the experience with their children, give parents as much support as possible in creating dialogue with their kids as they go through the museum, and really sharpening their looking skills and questioning skills, and that's where the family guides come into play. And we have two of them. We have one that's really for older kids who can either do it on their own. They're meant to be flexibly used. If your child wants to do it on their own by themselves and can read and write and all that, they can use this by themselves. But what I really like to see is when families are doing it together, when they're helping each other. And I love it when parents also learn that their kids have skills and can see things that they can't see, and it becomes a real. And I also love it when kids see that their parents have skills that they never knew they had. The younger child guide is rolled up in your bag, and that is more picture based, not as much writing. There's a drawing activity, and that's really for kids who are like 6 and under. So you have your choices. We want to provide as much as possible. Programmatically, we have a number of programs here at the museum that are mainly geared for like age and up, although a couple of times a year we really have programs that are for children as young as 3 and 4 years old. We have overnights. You can sleep here at the museum.
Oh, wow.
Most parents are like, that sounds cool, until I say, on the floor. You bring your own air mattress. You can sleep near the Aston Martin TV5. What you can't do, because I am a parent, is sleep in the air duct, because I always get afraid that the air duct actually has no air. That's like a parental fear of mine. So from the beginning, kids always want to sleep up there, and I'm like, no. But you sleep on the floor. In the museum, and parents and children run missions together. They also run missions separate from each other, which we've heard most parents really enjoy. They enjoy the missions together. They then enjoy having their own sort of adult-like mission, and then coming back with their kids and debriefing with their kids together. So it's a fun experience where you arrive at 7 p.m., you meet a real former spy, and you run missions through the evening. You're in quote-unquote bed. You're in floor by 11 p.m. Or excuse me, yeah, about by 11, and then you're up the next morning at 7:30. We do have coffee for the kids, and that's we do those for the public twice a year. We're thinking of adding an additional one, so those are all on our website. We have a spy camp for ages 10 to 13-year-olds. We offer 2 one-week camps. It's a day camp that runs. The drop-off is between 8:30 and 9, and we pick up at 3. We do not have aftercare. We're just not this is like a boutique camp. I like to say it's a fill-in week. We like to do it the last part of July, the first week of August, because that's generally when you start to find there's not a lot of camps available for your child. We have our spy camp is reviewed like this top of the line camp. There's nothing else like it. There are other spy camps in the country, but there's nothing like the spy camp at the Spy Museum, because we only do it for 2 weeks. We go insane. Right? I just want to tell you, no one loves camp more than me and our staff here, and the entire museum gets involved. We've got enemy agents on our staff.
Oh, wow.
Generally, know who they are. We run missions out on the streets of DC. What we hear from parents when it comes to our camp is that what they love is that their kids are out in the city. They're safely out in the city, and they're learning to observe their surroundings in a way that is very, very important for them. And they run missions on the streets. We go to the FBI headquarters, which since 9/12/01, the public has not been able to go in. So it's a really special experience for the kids, and they meet with special agents there and learn about counterintelligence. We also bring the scientists in from the FBI forensic labs at Quantico. They come in at the very end of camp, and they help the kids review the evidence that they collected in their counterintelligence operation. And we have a dramatic conclusion. We cannot tell you what it is, but it involves security and a lockdown. Oh, a cake. As any good camp should. And then we have 2-hour workshops from gadget making to spy fiction writing workshops, and then 2 family festivals a year. We're geared for the whole family. We do one around Halloween, and we do one called Spy Fest, which is unbelievable. All those special people that come in for Spy Camp that teach the kids all their special skills come in for Spy Fest and run booths, so it's the entire family. We blow out the whole museum complex. You've got stuff to do all over on the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, all over, because we're out of space, so we start using spaces very creatively here. So I think that's just an overview.
Yeah, all that
you ever wanted to know.
All of those. Please remember to subscribe, comment, and follow. Thanks for watching.